Yeah, man. Shit, I don't know how y'all came up, man. But me, my shit, bro, I came up kind of weird, man. Like, with my uncles and my cousins and shit, man. All the weird ass shit, you know what I'm saying, they used to have us do. But, now that I'm old and shit, now that shit kind of seem kind of suspect, man. Like some old fraternal, military ass type shit. Like, where these niggas get some of this shit from? Like, we were beefing with a family, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a family in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? We beat with a lot of family. It was like competition almost. Like the Denars, we had this thing against the Stricklands. You know what I'm saying? It was Richard Kimball and all his little Strickland niggas. You know what I'm saying? And my cousin Frank. He was the oldest and Richard was the oldest. And Frank had all us. My cousin Sam. Howard, Frito, you know what I'm saying, all us. So it all started out, by us breaking, since we was all in our own break groups, from our streets, everybody on their street formed a group, we was the dream team, you had the Wall Street Breakers, Shannon, Baby Lockers, it was a whole bunch of them, the Ice Cold Breakers, a whole bunch of, but anyway, we started off breaking, and we go off and everybody square up to see who the best, me against Mookie, we all went by age because we was all around close to the same age and shit, so we went by age and shit, me and the nigga Mookie, me and him was about the same age. I think he was like 7 or 8 and I was like 7, or he was 9 and I was like 8. I think I was 7 and he was 8, I think, but anyway, we started off breaking and shit, and then after we did the breaking and shit, then these niggas want to take us, to be real, which is almost like them niggas was training us, man. It's like they were training us to be fucking criminals or some shit. But anyway, the next thing we had to do, we had to steal against each other, So, they used to take us in the motherfucking stove, and send us in that motherfucker together, be 3-4 at a time. We go in the store and niggas just run around that bitch. We on a timer. We only got so long to be in that bitch, and we gotta steal as much as we can steal and come the fuck back out. And we go next door to the goddamn right next door. That's so stupid though, but we went right next door because it was a laundromat up in that bitch, and we'll go up in the laundromat, and tally out the motherfucking candy. So you'll be all up in there, and we have piles of candy on the floor sitting in front of our head, we counting it up. Well, we don't do the counting, we just bring it and empty it out, and Richard and Frank do the tallying and up and shit, they the oldest, man. I ain't gonna even lie, man, it's like them niggas was some frat boys, man. It's almost like they was practicing to be master, man, like we was they slaves and shit, to be real with you. But yeah, but real, man, cause I remember, man, after we tallied all the shit up, and like I said, everybody got down. They see who got down, got the most, and who did the best. So they keeping score of this shit, right? So motherfucking Mookie, the nigga my age, he was my friend too. That's the thing about it. We friends and shit too. You know what I'm saying? Like he was my partner, like my friend. We hung out and shit. Played outside and shit. So that was my nigga or whatever. But anyway. They tallied our shit up, and he got the less out of everybody. The less shit, so, Richard mad and going on, why the fuck, woo, woo, and he was like, he got nervous and shit, because the man started looking at him or whatever, so, he just walked out of that bitch, and I think he was like the first one to come out of that bitch, or the second one to come out of that bitch, or whatever, but he come on out of that bitch. He was like, the dude, he felt like the dude was looking at, man, Richard went the fuck off, man, he grabbed a little nigga, man, and put that nigga inside the dryer, nigga. We talking about back in the 80s, nigga. Like, they had them old motherfucking copper car motherfucking dryers where the copper heat up, and they got the little holes in it where the heat from the copper heating up come through the holes to dry your shit. And he got that nigga inside that bitch, man. And he holding the door. And this nigga up in that bitch, and he put a quarter in that bitch, man, and turn that bitch on, man, and just hold that bitch, that nigga in that bitch tumbling, bloom, 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 screaming and shit, talking about let him out, and this nigga just laughing, man, and I'm like, I feel so fucking bad, but I can't say nothing, can't, what I'm saying, so they holding that bitch, man, And when he finally let the nigga out, man, the nigga fingertips and shit had started burning, nigga. That's like pop, you know, like the stove, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Just imagine the stove behind this motherfucking metal, and then it's heating up the fucking metal, and your hand on the fucking metal, man. And the holes in that bitch where the steam just coming straight through that bitch, man. Melted this nigga fingers the fuck. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, you know, yeah, Richard was a mean motherfucker. He was the devil, man. I ain't lying. That nigga was so mean, man. Like, he did my boy wrong. He used to beat the shit out of Mookie, and, you know, he just treated him, you know, because he was little. He was the smallest. He was the weakest or whatever. You know, they trying to make him strong or whatever, I guess. Beat the shit out of his ass. But anyway, you know, somebody, yeah. And Cuz, you know, he started taking motherfucking notes and shit from Richard. Start, you know what I'm saying, start acting like he finna whoop us and shit. Niggas start pulling switches and shit off the trees and shit. Talking about, nigga, we don't do this, nigga, we don't do that. He gon' goddamn it whoop our ass and all that shit. I'm like, nigga, you got me fucked up. Cause, you know, tight, nigga, you got me fucked up. I'm gonna smash, nigga, I ain't even tripping. I'm gonna hit the porch on your ass real quick, nigga. I'm gone, nigga. I mean, you know what I'm saying? We competed on everything, man. Like, I remember, goddamn, we used to play baseball, boy, you know what I'm saying? And the shit used to be so serious, like, you know what I'm saying? My cousin Frank, they used to be so serious. My cousin saying, you know, he always striking out, so he up there, he done struck one. You know what I'm saying? This nigga here, Frank, goddamn, he go to the tree, boy, start pulling off this big old ass switch, goddamn, like a stick, telling nigga, you know, nigga, if you strike out, nigga, I'm gonna whoop your ass, low, you know what I'm saying? So the nigga fucked around and struck out, man. Frank walked up there with that big ass stick, boy, and just started whooping that nigga ass, boy. I'm talking about for real, like, you know what I'm saying? If you look over to the left side of the picture, you can see me, nigga. I done hauled ass, you know what I'm talking about? For real, fuck all that. Straight up, man. You know what I'm saying? They treated niggas like slaves, nigga, like we was in some type of motherfucking military boot camp or something, man. You know, they training niggas to be criminals, nigga, like, you know, for real. They got us out there breakdancing against each other, stealing against each other, goddamn, you know, playing sports and shit, lifting weights, playing baseball against each other, seeing who can chew tobacco without throwing up, you know, not the real tobacco, you know, to put the bitch in your mouth, the big ass, yeah, and who gonna swallow the spit and all that shit, cause they don't tell you, yeah, all that old shit. But yeah, you know what I'm saying, it was like they was the master, man, we was like the slaves, man, and they would just do all this shit, and then, like I said, then we had to fight against each other and shit, you know, and it's almost like they was weighing a nigga out to see, you know, who was gonna be the fighters, who was gonna be the punks, or whatever the fuck silly ass shit, you know, that's how I think now, cause these niggas done turned the punks on. So, you know, it's like they were winning niggas out, you know, fucking with niggas, you know what I'm saying, all that shit, but anyway, I ain't gonna go into all that. I lost my way there, yeah, but anyway, you feel me? But you know, they have us fighting and shit. But I think this is like when they started to underestimate me or something, you know what I'm saying? Because I always lost my fights, you know what I'm saying? When I fought against Mookie or whatever, I always let him win, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. And they didn't know I was letting him win. I just didn't fight back, you know. I just covered myself up and just let him do his thing until they stop it or whatever. And you know, Frank could go the fuck off, be trying to whoop me. I'll smash on his ass real quick, you know what I'm saying, real fast, ain't nothing, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, niggas be mad, you know, and Richard Kim would be happy because they whooping us and fighting and shit, you know what I'm saying. And that's like the number one. The breaking and the fighting was like the two number one things. Like, breaking was number one, but you had to be able to fight too. So yeah, I believe some of my family members probably could have been some old frat boy ass niggas. Been trying to set your boy up since I was a young pop. You know what I'm talking about? I get it, you know what I'm saying, but shit, I don't care, man. You know, I figure that shit though. That's how they weigh a nigga out, and they figure since I wasn't like them and shit, you know, they paying the nigga out as being weak or whatever, and you know, the niggas just pass that information along. The niggas been watching the nigga ever since. Man, get off my dick. Get off my dick, nigga. Get off my dick, nigga. In my Ice Cube voice. Get off my dick, nigga. Get off my dick, nigga. Get off my dick, nigga. In my Ice Cube voice. Get off my dick, nigga.